Well, you know, some of you really have to see the house. The house, like I said, when I seen it in the newspaper, and we went to go see it that evening, it was like you walked in, and though it had all these little idiosyncrasies off in it, it seemed like it would be the place for me to call home.
Yeah.
I had prayed to God for a house, and I told him I wanted hardwood floors, I wanted a yard, and I stuck with Karen long enough to find this house.
Yeah.
And it was the right house for us,
Yeah.
because we've been working hard trying to get it perfect for us.
Yes.
And if it hadn't have been for Karen, I don't think we would have found that house.
No, I don't.
And it was like she had to work with the other realtor in order to get the paperwork flowing and whatever we had to get done to it. And she was there every step of the way. She would say, "Let me explain it to you. This is what's happening. Let me explain it to you." She was always explaining something.
Yes.
And because I've never really been in the situation where I went out and bought a house like this before, never had the opportunity. But with this, she made it a very good experience. And if I ever get another, not saying if I ever wanted another piece of property, to have to go to Karen, because she seemed like she was so knowledgeable on everything.
Yes.
I really appreciate her.
Karen was our realtor, and she was very thorough, very helpful. Any questions we had, she was very willing to answer, always willing to help.
But let me go to the beginning. Okay, Karen was sending us houses to look at. I guess it was some kind of website or something. She's known that we were looking for a house, and she kept sending all these houses and stuff like that. And I said, "Well, who is this woman?" But she knew I was going. But she knew I was picking them up. So how did she know I'm doing that? So anyway, I finally called her and said, "Well, do you think you could help us find a house?" And she said, "Of course I can." So I had told her I wanted to see this one house, and she says, "I don't think you're going to want to really look at that house because it's on a busy street." So she took us to it anyway. The house was a dud. Anyway.
She was right.
She was right. Karen was right. And then we started seeing some other houses, and it was a very easy process, because if you liked a house, all you had to do is click on it, and she could notify whoever it was so you can at least go see the house. And that made me very comforting, because we had another realtor before her, and this lady didn't look at anything. Yeah. But Karen was very personable the whole time. Very helpful, explaining things. Always there and seemed to be always available.
Yes, always available.
She never turned you down on anything, even if she knew the area and knew you wasn't going to like it. She said, "Oh, okay, well, we'll go over there anyway." Yeah. And it's usually it seems like she knows the person's personality and where they would belong.